The atmosphere around Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari is becoming more intense by the day. Following a difficult first 5 races with the Scuderia, Hamilton enters the Miami Grand Prix weekend with clear expectations, more suffering for his side of the garage. Despite a strong sprint performance in China, Hamilton's transition to Ferrari has been difficult, and the frustrations from Saudi Arabia remain fresh in his mind. And now he's broken his silence on what to expect in Miami. Could he be back, even though the car isn't suited to him? Hamilton, who finished 30 seconds behind Charles Leclerc at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, left Saudi Arabia very concerned. His qualifying performance was especially dismal, with a 0.6 margin to Leclerc, a chasm by modern F1 standards. Hamilton appeared increasingly perplexed by his teammates and the field's lack of performance over the radio and in interviews with reporters. Hamilton made no secret of his hopes as he travelled to Miami. "I think I'll struggle also in Miami," he said. "I don't know how much longer I'll struggle for, but it's definitely painful. At the moment, there's no fix. So, this is how it's going to be for the rest of the year. It's going to be painful." The 7-time world champion identified middle and high-speed corner confidence, or lack thereof, as his Achilles heel. The high-speed turns in Jeddah cruelly highlighted this disparity, and Hamilton conceded that the data showed the gap rather plainly. "He's been driving this car for a long time, so he definitely knows it really well," Hamilton said of Leclerc. "There's plenty in the data, for sure. Honestly, it doesn't look massively different in the data, just I go slower through the corners." Still struggling to adjust, Hamilton admitted that his frustration is not limited to himself. He revealed that Ferrari's management is not happy with his current performance. "It was horrible. It was horrible. Not enjoyable at all. I was just sliding around," Hamilton said. "First stint, massive understeer, car not turning. And then massive deggy. And then the second stint, slightly better balance but still just no pace. Yeah, pretty bad. I'm struggling to feel the car underneath me, but there's no particular thing. There's nothing to say, hey, this is the issue. In qualifying, I extract performance. In the race, I tried everything, and the car just didn't want to go quicker." Despite Hamilton's pessimism, Ferrari boss Fred Vasseur spoke out to defend his driver and the team's efforts to support him. In Saudi Arabia, Vasseur made it clear that Ferrari would not panic. "I will be 2,000% behind him," Vasseur stated. "I will give him support, and we will start from tomorrow morning to try to find solutions and reasons, and to work on it early in the morning." Vasseur emphasized that Hamilton's early struggles require perspective. "It's not dramatically. We did 5 races so far. I know that you want to have the big headlines tomorrow that Fred said this, but this is effing bull." The Ferrari boss emphasized the value of patience. "We are in a competition. You have ups and downs. When we have ups, we are not world champions. When we have downs, we are not nowhere. It's just a competition. You have 10 cars and a couple of tenths. Look at Max Verstappen. He won in Japan. In Bahrain, he finished 30 seconds behind Oscar Piastri. In Saudi Arabia, he finished second and had pole position." Vasseur's advice was straightforward. Be calm, work step by step, and focus on progress rather than panic. Despite outside speculation, including former Formula One driver Ralf Schumacher's suggestion that Hamilton may retire if circumstances do not improve, Hamilton remains adamant. He told the reporters after Saudi Arabia that he has no intention of quitting. His victory in the Chinese Grand Prix sprint was a rare high point, but a disqualification the next day for excessive skid block wear ended any momentum. Hamilton added that Ferrari has had to run the SF25 higher than we would like ever since, which has impacted pace and tyre management. In recent races, the gap to Leclerc has become a major concern. In Saudi Arabia, the margin was 30.969 seconds, which was concerning for a driver who was anticipated to quickly fight for wins. When asked about the issues, Hamilton was honest. There will be no easy remedy. But he's not giving up, and with new upgrades coming in Imola, Hamilton might be on the way back. Not only is Hamilton suffering, but Ferrari's 2025 season has been characterized by inconsistency throughout. Charles Leclerc salvaged a podium in Saudi Arabia, but Ferrari has consistently been the fourth best squad in qualifying. The race pace has appeared stronger at times, but the team's inability to qualify near the front hampers its potential to compete for victories. Team principal Fred Vasseur summarized Ferrari's biggest headache. The most difficult thing to explain is the difference between qualifying pace and race pace. He continued, "If you want to speak about the last part of the Jeddah race, I think we were on the same pace as Max Verstappen for the last 35 or 40 laps. But the gap is still big in qualifying, and we have people focusing on this because starting from P4, you're already losing more than a couple of seconds in the first 5-6 laps. So we have to improve in qualifying." Ferrari's first upgrade package of the year, unveiled in Bahrain, emphasized aerodynamic efficiency. The headlining feature was a redesigned floor, although the team realized that it would not address the root causes of the SF25's rear-end instability. The floor renovation was planned ahead of time, not in response to early 2025 challenges. When asked about future enhancements, Vasseur was clear. No big alterations were planned for Miami or Imola. The SF25's narrow setup window is at the heart of Ferrari's issues. Small modifications to the balance or track conditions have a significant influence. Hamilton, in particular, suffers from a lack of rear stability, forcing him to understeer in the middle of a corner, a driving condition he despises. Leclerc, with his aggressive driving style, has had significantly more success using the vehicle's characteristics. "He's been driving this car for a long time," Hamilton admitted, noting Leclerc's advantage. Meanwhile, the Bahrain modifications did little to address the mechanical concerns with the vehicle's suspension and aero framework. The SF25 requires high ride heights to reduce plank wear, but this sacrifices critical downforce, particularly while braking and high-speed rotations. Loic Serra, Ferrari's chassis chief, and Diego Tondi, the aero leader, are in charge of rectifying these issues. According to internal sources, Ferrari's primary focus remains on focused, incremental improvements. The crew refuses to write off 2025 yet, while also constructing the 2026 automobile under new regulations. Ferrari may get a break in the form of a new FIA technical directive, which is due to arrive for the Spanish Grand Prix. The instruction focuses on flexible front wings, which have long been rumored to be a crucial feature of McLaren's current car. According to paddock rumors, McLaren may lose performance. Ferrari's attitude is neutral for the time being, but insiders say Maranello has experimented with similar flexi-wing concepts. If the directive disrupts McLaren's momentum, Ferrari may be able to regain ground, though it is unlikely to solve all of their problems overnight. Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari project has gotten off to a difficult start. The team has pace, but extracting it is a constant challenge. Miami and Imola may present additional challenges, but the season is far from over, and Maranello isn't ready to give up. Hamilton will not either. But unless remarkable improvement occurs soon, worries about his future and Ferrari's direction will only grow louder. So, while the early season has been challenging, Ferrari isn't standing still. Behind the scenes at Maranello, preparations are already underway for a critical series of updates that could reshape the SF25's trajectory. The Imola Grand Prix is expected to be the first major turning point. Ferrari has been quietly preparing a massive upgrade package targeting key weaknesses that have plagued their 2025 campaign so far. The updates will reportedly include a remodeled sidepod design aimed at slimming the bodywork to improve airflow efficiency and overall aerodynamic balance. Engineers are also working on a second specification of the floor, hoping to tackle the ground effect sensitivity that currently makes the SF25 so difficult to set up. In terms of priorities, Ferrari's technical team is focusing on three main areas: improved rear stability, particularly for drivers like Hamilton, who are struggling to feel the car's rotation; more consistent downforce across a wider ride height range, allowing for better performance, even with the plank wear restrictions; higher peak aerodynamic efficiency to close the top speed gap to Red Bull and McLaren. The goal is clear: stabilize the platform to give both Hamilton and Leclerc a more predictable, confidence-inspiring car. However, there's an important catch. Ferrari may delay the full rollout until the Spanish Grand Prix, immediately after Imola. Why? The team wants to verify all new parts against the incoming FIA Flexible Wing Directive, ensuring the upgrades will comply with the new, stricter rules while maximizing their effectiveness. If the upgrades land successfully, it could transform Ferrari's campaign and breathe new life into Hamilton's season. But if they miss the mark, the team risks falling even further behind a rapidly evolving McLaren-Red Bull battle at the front. Either way, the next month will be pivotal for Ferrari's ambitions in 2025 and for Lewis Hamilton's ability to turn pain into progress.